Hello everyone. In my previous video I have discussed with you two other types of states of matter, that is plasma and BEC, and conversion of the temperature. Now I'll discuss with you the next topic of this chapter, interconversion of states of matter. We have already studied about the solid, liquid and gases and their properties also. So we have to we have to convert solids into the liquid. How can we convert solids into the liquid? By heating, and liquid to the solid by cooling, and liquid to the gases by heating, and gas to the liquid by cooling. So this is the interconversion of the states of the matter. And how can we convert solids into the liquid by heating? We will discuss about it. So there are mainly two methods to interconvert of the states of the matter. First method is by changing the temperature, and second one is by changing the pressure. By changing the temperature we can interconvert the states of matter. Second is by changing the pressure. First we will discuss by changing the temperature. By changing the temperature, change of the state from solids to the liquid. How can we convert solid to the liquid? By changing the temperature, that is melting. Is known as melting. So what do you mean by melting point? Melting point, the temperature at which a solid melts. A solid melts to become a liquid at atmospheric pressure. This is a very important point. At atmospheric pressure. For example, melting point of ice is 273.16 Kelvin and rhombic sulfur is 368 Kelvin. Because of the forces of attraction between the particles are weak. So next term is the fusion. By the fusion method we can change the solid state into the liquid. So how can we change the state into the liquid? By fusion method, latent heat of fusion. But what is latent heat of fusion? The amount of the heat energy is required to change 1 kg. We have to specify it. 1 kg of the solid into the liquid at atmospheric pressure at its melting point. There are two important terms are there. At atmospheric pressure, without this your definition will not complete. At atmospheric pressure and at its melting point. For example, ice at 0 degrees Celsius is more effective in cooling than water at 0 degrees Celsius. Why? Ice at 0 degrees Celsius is more effective in cooling than water at 0 degrees Celsius. Because particles of the water have more energy as compared to the ice at the same temperature. So during the change of the state from ice to the water, heat energy is equal to the latent heat of fusion has been absorbed. So heat energy is equal to the latent heat of the fusion. This was the change in the state of the solid to the liquid. Now the second state is change of the state from liquid to the solid. That is called freezing. Now what do you mean by freezing point? The temperature at which liquid freezes to become a solid at atmospheric pressure. Here is also at atmospheric pressure. Now what do you mean by solidification? This is called the solidification. Change of the state from liquid to solid. See, in this case, impurities lowers the freezing point. Impurities lowers the freezing point of liquids. For example, water freezes at 273 Kelvin, but when some urea or sodium chloride is added, the freezing point is lowered. So this was by changing the temperature. Now next is by changing pressure. How can we change the state? By changing the pressure. First one is change the state from liquid to the gas. How can we change the state of liquid to the gas? By boiling. Now what do you mean by boiling point? The temperature at which a liquid starts boiling at atmosphere. Here is also, you have noticed students, same point at the atmospheric pressure. For example, boiling point of the water is 100 degrees Celsius, or you can say 373 Kelvin. See, temperature remains constant during the conversion of the liquid into the vapors. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius and starts changing into the steam. Temperature remains 100 degrees Celsius until all the water has changed into the steam. Next is a latent heat of vaporization. Now what do you mean by latent heat of vaporization? The amount of heat energy that is required to change 1 kg, again 1 kg, in the same also latent heat of fusion we have studied, 1 kg of the liquids into the vapors at atmospheric pressure and at its boiling point. In the last latent heat of fusion at its melting point. Now the question arises, steam is more effective than boiling water for heating purposes. How can steam is more effective than the boiling water for heating purposes? Because the particle of the steam at 100 degrees Celsius have more energy than the water at the same temperature. They are having a more energy due to the change state from the water to the steam. Latent heat of vaporization absorbed. Latent heat of vaporization absorbed. Next is the same cooking food. Same question is, cooking food takes longer time on the mountains. Why cooking of the food takes longer time on the mountains and lesser time in the pressure cooker? Why? Because pressure is more than 1 atmosphere and it boils more. It boils at a high temperature. Pressure is more than 1 atmosphere. Now next is the change of gases to the liquid state. How can we change the gases to the liquid state? By cooling. That is called the condensation. For example, boiling of water, boiling point of the water is 100 degrees Celsius at 1 atmospheric pressure, and temperature of condensation of steam is 100 degrees Celsius. So now the question arises, burning caused by the steam are much more severe than the caused by boiling of water. Why? Burning caused by the steam are much more severe than those caused by the boiling of water, though both of them are at the same temperature at 100 degrees Celsius. Though steam is also having the same temperature 100 degrees Celsius and the boiling point of the water is also the 100 degrees Celsius. Why steam are caused more severe than the boiling of water? Because steam at 100 degrees Celsius has more latent heat than the boiling water. Latent heat of vaporization is there in case of the steam, and in case of the boiling water, latent heat of fusion is there. When steam at 100 degrees Celsius falls on our skin and condenses to form the water. So solids, as I have already told you, solid, when we heat it, it becomes liquid, and when we cool it, it becomes solid. Liquid when we heat it, it becomes a gases, and when it cools, it becomes a liquid. So now we got the alternate definition of the solid, liquid and gases. What are the alternate definition of the solid, liquid and gases? First is a solid. If melting point is above the room temperature under 1 atmosphere pressure. Liquid, melting point below the room temperature. Here is the above the room temperature, here is the below the room temperature under 1 atmosphere pressure. In case of the gases, we consider boiling point. Boiling point is the below the room temperature under 1 atmosphere pressure. So now the next topic is the sublimation. Sublimation is a process which directly converts solid to the gas on heating and vice versa, on cooling with no temperature change without passing through intervening liquid state. they do not undergo into the liquid state, that they directly solid. When we heat the solid, they convert into the vapors, and when we cool it, they convert into the solid. For example, dry ice sublimes at minus 78°C. Now, what are the applications of the sublimation? First, most important application is naphthalene bowls. Second, in very cold places, snow does not melt but sublimes directly into the vapors. Third is the freeze dried foods prepared by the sublimation can be stored for the longer time so that bacteria cannot grow without moisture. Next is by applying pressure. When we apply the pressure, the gases gets liquefied. Why gases can liquefied? By applying the pressure, because interparticle distance decreases, the particle distance automatically decrease, the gas particles come so close and they start attracting one another strongly to form a liquid. See, you already have studied about the liquids are having a more interparticle distance than the solids and the liquids. So when we apply the pressure, the particle distance decreases and the gaseous particles come so close. Now, carbon dioxide liquefied very easily by applying pressure at room temperature. It can be directly converted into the solid carbon dioxide, that is known as dry ice. So this is the main chart that we have done. Solid, by the fusion method, it converted to the liquid. Liquid, when it solidifies, that is known as solidification, it converts into the solid. Liquid, when it when vaporization converts into the gases, and when gases condensate, it converts into the liquid. And solid, when sublimes, it converts into the gas, and gas, when sublimes, it converts into the solid. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel for more videos. Kindly like and share my videos. Thank you.